Now, the crisis that has hit the San Joaquin Valley isn't just affecting farmers, it's impacting people from all across the United States. Our own Ainsely Earhardt, she joins us here with a special report tonight. Ainsely.
Hey, Sean. Yeah, this is the second time I've been out here. We came out here in April, and definitely I have seen major differences. It's just gotten worse. We were at the food bank today, and I'm going to show you some of that video. But Sean's right. It's not just affecting these farmers. I'm from the East Coast. It's affecting all of you guys out there as well. Let me tell you how. Take the tomato, for example. We were at a tomato farm. We were at Wolf Farming, which provides tomato sauce, tomato paste, ketchup to your family. 40% of the world's processing tomatoes come out of Fresno County, where we are right now. When this region is affected, so are you. It truly takes a village to get all these tomatoes from the vine to your kitchen table. If the tomato farmer is out of work, the truck driver who delivers the tomato to the pizza sauce plant or to the ketchup company is out of work as well. That affects the next guy who cans, jars, or boxes the sauce, then the business that distributes it, and then you, who wants to make pizza or spaghetti sauce for your family. If we have to start importing tomatoes from other countries like China or South America, of course, prices are going to go up for you, and more jobs out here will be lost. Unemployment's already bad. Sean, I told you we were at the food bank earlier. The community food bank, this is what you're seeing now, where they're feeding 30,000 people every month. Through an executive order, the governor out here allocated state money to start this food bank. Each eligible family gets to go through the line every 2 weeks. They get 40 pounds of food per person. So a family of 8 gets 320 pounds of food every 2 weeks. It's loaded onto these movable pallets. Then volunteers put all the food into the recipients' cars. We talked to one lady. Her story broke my heart. She was in line at 3 a.m. She was number 51 in line. The food bank opened this morning at 9 o'clock. She was there for 6.5 hours. Listen to her story.
We have the need right now. There's no work. My husband's down to 3 days a week that he works. His pay went to half of what he earns, so we really need this food.
When you wake up every day, what goes through your mind?
Well, another day we made it, and I thank God every day that this food is here for us, because, you know, I don't have extra money to go to the groceries and put in all the food, you know. Sometimes I buy a piece of meat to add to the vegetables and stuff, but mostly this is what they give us.
Do you ever shed tears over this? Is it?
Every day. Every day.
Why the tears?
Because a lot of people need this help, and I wish there was more for them.
Can you believe this is America? I'm sure her story touched you like it did me. We also visited this farm. This is Anderson Farms, where many of your fruits and veggies are grown here in America. It's a 4th-generation farm, and the water shortage is costing them. The farmer has had to fire some of his staff, some staff members who worked for his grandfather. 20% of the farm is fallowed. They had to bed up the entire tomato field, and it is empty, and it is idle land now. The mechanic who works on this farm says that he's worried about his job. He has kids, and he has lots of sleepless nights. How long have you been working on this farm?
Over 33 years.
33 years.
Yes.
What are your fears?
Well, losing my job. I lost a couple of friends of mine. Worked here for 20 years or more.
Really?
So.
Where'd they go?
Well, up north, some did, looking for more jobs, but it's tough all over.
It's tough.
Yes.
You have a family to feed?
Yes, I do.
How many kids do you have?
I got 4 kids.
4 kids. So if you lose your job, devastating.
It's going to be tough.
We've heard people they're saying that the government is choosing this fish over families.
They are. I don't know. That's not right. So that's not right.
You know, these people grew up just like you and I did. They had hopes and dreams. They wanted to put food on the table for their family, be successful. These are Americans. These are individuals, and they are hurting out here. They don't want to wait in line at a food bank for 6.5 hours. They don't want to cry themselves to sleep. This is a serious issue, and it's affecting so many people. And I've been out here several times for this story, and every single time it touches me and breaks my heart. And, you know, I just want the best for these folks out here. This is considered the breadbasket of America, and let me tell you why. Here's a basket that some of the nice farmers put together for us. The watermelons, the lettuce, all the almonds in your house in America, or 99% of them, grown right here in this farmland. Tomatoes grown here, cotton grown here, so they really need your help. Now, Autry, who is an actor. I know you recognize him, also former mayor of Fresno. He's here to tell us how this is affecting him. And I understand you actually worked these farmlands at one point.
Yeah, Ainsely did. This very field that we're in right now used to be tomatoes, and my dad and my mother both and I used to work these fields. And you know, Sean, I want to say God bless you for covering this.
It's great to be here.
I really mean that. Because
I never saw an issue where it was so simple. Just turn the water on.
Yeah.
That's all. You know, and it really.
But that message has. Yeah. There's very powerful forces at work here, and there's the old saying, it's not paranoia if they're really after you.
Yeah.
I made a statement not too long ago, and I stand by it, and I'm going to stand by it today. And you just saw Evangelina and Joe. Turning this water off is not just bad politics. It's an act of domestic terror. Now, Sean, the last thing I want to do is come here and do over the top. Let me tell you why it is. As mayor for 8 years, I worked with Homeland Security after 9/11. One of the things we were charged with by the federal government was to work together locally to protect the water supply to farming communities so they could continue to provide food for the nation. Now, if you would have told me that that water would have stopped, I would have believed maybe Al-Qaeda struck, not the federal government.
All right, let me ask you this. Then this really, and we're going to talk to the governor. If he said in many interviews, if he had the power, he'd turn the water back on tomorrow. What do you say? What do you say to the president?
Well, that's where I tell you, this may be unpopular. I think the governor has led the way on this water issue. There is a limit to what he can do. But President Obama, with all due respect to my buddy Paul Rodriguez, I'm not going to cut him slack because he knows full well what's happening here, as does Nancy Pelosi and George Miller. They could care less about the water coming to this valley. Sean, they'd rather see it become a solar farm than a food farm.
All right, thank you. Thanks for being with us. Ainsely, thank you for your report.
Sean.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And don't go anywhere, folks. Coming up next, we are going to be joined by the governor of the great state of California, Governor Schwarzenegger, coming up next. And he'll tell us what he is doing to respond to the crisis taking place right here in the valley that hope forgot. That's as we continue. Straight ahead.